many more can there be?
Knights of the Order.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Don't worry about the Knights. Not so long ago I saved their asses. They ought to remember that much.
That was before you were accused of regicide. This is no man's land, Geralt. Anything can happen here. I'll vouch for you where I can, but that'll only get you so far. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
Halt! Who goes there?
Vernon Roche and Geralt of Rivia, in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer is in Loch Muin. Geralt of Rivia will help me capture him.
Since you're Knights of the Order, is there a Ponce named Siegfried among you?
There is indeed.
Tell him I'm here. He's sure to be pleased to see me.
And why is that?
Well, he wouldn't be Grand Master if it wasn't for me.
Come through then.
Looks like Radovid doesn't believe the peace talks will end peacefully.
You can be sure of one thing. Not a soul is...
I remember.
Geralt of Rivia. I'd sooner expect to see you in a Temerian dungeon.
Been there. Didn't much like it. Though it would be perfect for the man Vernon Roche and I are looking for.
I've heard much about the commander of the Blue Stripes.
I'm honored to meet the Grand Master.
A position I owe most certainly to Geralt.
Only you can guide the Order through the necessary reforms.
We are doing our best. You've got yourself into a fine pickle, Geralt.
That's why I came to Loch Muin. Why are you here?
The Order supports King Radovid.
Do you believe he'll need your support?
He requested it himself.
I heard these were peace talks.
Peace is very easy to discuss, much harder to maintain.
What's Radovid's agenda?
You know him. He's a young and ambitious king.
How ambitious?
More than anyone ever imagined. But in a leader, can that be said to be a flaw? At a summit, everyone is pulling their way. Things can get heated. Knowledge that Knights of the Order are stationed just outside the city walls should prevent the situation from getting out of hand.
What can we expect to see in Loch Muin?
The delegations have entrenched themselves in their districts, erected barricades as if preparing for a siege.
You can never be too careful. So long, Siegfried. I doubt you've changed your minds about non-humans, but what about humans? What about all the peasant revolts, the lynchings of nobles?
The Order espouses and safeguards certain values and virtues. We cannot stand by and watch them violated.
So you're prepared to get drawn into new wars?
Well, we are soldiers first and monks second.
The mages invested quite a bit in putting this summit together. By the look of things, they'll achieve what they set out to achieve. That doesn't bother you?
The Order will refrain from reacting for the time being. And the Conclave itself is not a bad idea.
Easier to keep an eye on them when they're together.
and when they follow a shared set of rules. After Thaned they dispersed and each did as he or she pleased. We even heard that some engaged in forbidden magic practices.
I guess you won't stay out of it if that happens again.
We trust that with a strong, well-established conclave, the mages will regulate those matters on their own.
I'm going to the Redanian camp. If you want to look around, I'll meet you near Radovid's headquarters.
All right. Greetings.
Polycarp of Rhind, half-brother to the Order of the Flaming Rose. Something tells me I'm dealing with Geralt of Rivia.
Is that something Siegfried?
Grand Master Siegfried of Denel, yes.
How are you faring in Redania?
King Radovid supports our mission and has provided many examples of his grace.
He'd be hard-pressed to find better warriors.
I should have warned you. I've no sense of humor.
Oh, sorry. And how's Siegfried doing as the Grand Master?
Siegfried of Denel is a man of great virtue and wisdom.
Does he still hunt cockatrices?
Prayer and the Order's matters take up all his time, day and night.
But he does leave the confines of the monastery from time to time, doesn't he?
Not long after Bellatane, he and two brothers forayed into the Tretogor forest and cleared it of werewolves. There was much rejoicing in the surrounding villages.
You take care of the Brethren's armor, right?
I have that honor, yes.
I need your help. I don't use heavy armor, but...
You're not a member of the Order.
The Grand Master would like you to help me.
Uh-oh. Trouble?
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional, it's nothing personal.
One more windbag.
Welcome.
Oh, hey! Hell's bells, who do we have here? Witcher Geralt, the seeker of square coins.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around. Fight!
Where are you? You've got sawdust for brains, you bumpkin. At ease. We all serve the Emperor, be it in Nilfgaard or here. We serve him faithfully and effectively. If anyone gives me reason...
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by you. You shan't regret it. Understood, ladies? Long live the Emperor! Formation! Forward march!
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Anything on the Wild Hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic altogether. Nothing good has ever come to those who have delved.
I'll take my chances. I need to know why the Wraiths carry off youths. What happens to them?
This knowledge has never been recorded, which does not mean it cannot be acquired.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loch Muin, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the Wild Hunt. Could that be true, though?
I'd like to play dice poker.
I venture to say you don't stand a chance against me. But I won't play you anyway until you beat those mages.
Gotta pay for looking too.
Renounce magic, I
Greeting.
tell
I'm
you!
a woman of fashion.
Shatter your towers and crystal balls! Break your wands and burn your hats! Turn away
Greetings.
the black cat!
I don't mind.
Greetings.
Stay away from me.
Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings.
I'm Geralt.
Brass of Banard. I remember you from Thanedd. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt, too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about elven ruins.
On the contrary, I find elven ruins interesting.
Do you really? Elven works are not half as interesting as gnomish ones.
But even ruined, Loch Muin is impressive. It must have been beautiful in the times of the First Conclave.
Everything was better before the war, as they say. The sources, those children that old Geoffrey Monk brought here to train in the magic arts, must have walked around gaping at all they saw.
Somehow I just can't imagine Hen Giddimdeath as a small gawking boy.
You met him? Ah, right, on Thanedd. His death was a terrible loss. Terrible. You see, Geralt, everyone complains about how the world is taking a turn for the worse.
Values are being compromised. The small is dislodging the great.
Exactly. But the events on Thanedd truly marked the end of an era. The world grew up, losing its virginity in a rape.
What use are masters of magic and legendary heroes to a grown-up world?
They're of no use. That's the point. Today, people manage perfectly well without mages, witches, and heroes.
Yet not everyone understands that, and not everyone likes it.
You're so clever you'll get in trouble. We'd best change the subject.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
I guess the circumstances require haste.
I'm interested in the Wild Hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Thanks.
into rulers' ears no more. It's not too late to repent. Your lecherous bodies. But not one sorceress flogging another.
It's a brazen attack.
I don't want any...
Greetings. Nice place.
Many thanks for the compliment. Welcome to the Eternal Fire.
Kitchen open day and night.
It's not that kind of fire. The Eternal Fire is the light of truth, the hearth of a true community. Only in the Eternal Fire, beneath the sign of this clan, can we burn witches all day and man his fellow man.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The What do you want?
You're not in the Kedweni camp?
Those Redanian pigs tricked us, as usual. They took the best buildings, leaving us the rat-infested ruins. It's better out here in the square. A right good show. Messengers running back and forth, delegates grinning at each other while thinking of slitting each other's throats, and lots of gold changing hands. A lot of armed men around. The kingdoms are trying to look menacing. People like me will soon have work to do.
Nice to meet an optimist. Really raises the spirit. The mages are making a country fair out of this summit.
They're parasites who'll stop at nothing to get into the king's treasuries. Hence it'll quickly beat it out of their heads. He doesn't like mages standing up to him. He'll tell them to stuff those treaties up their arses. You know they want to appoint royal advisors.
They're also going to discuss what to do given the assassinations.
Aye, a new world order. You know the drill. I see all those cowardly petty knights and bloody mages and wonder where the human race is going.
Forward. Blindly down a steep slope. But for now, the clip of air is more fun than it is terrifying. You're not in the...
Oh, people...
Nice.
This would never happen if the Conclave still existed. I remember you, Fanny.
Greetings.
I don't want anything to do with you.
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal balls! Break your wands and burn your hats! Turn away!
I don't want anything
Greetings,
to do with you.
whoever you are.
I'm collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out?
The Wild Hunt. A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That, at least, is what I remember from the lectures.
I don't mind. Stay away from
I don't like it, yeah.
At your service. Oh, hey!
Let me guess.
Behold, the mighty Numa, and I am his apprentice.
Way to spoil my fun.
The mighty Numa breaks the necks of bulls, bends iron bars, defeats everyone. Numa. His secret lies in the mushrooms and herbs cultivated in Ilanda and picked in the mornings by virgin priestesses. They can be yours for a very reasonable price.
You lose something.
Are you the mighty Numa?
Who's asking?
Someone who wants to see if your nickname suits you.
Then come to the circus and watch me rip off the ploughing chains wrapped round my body.
You've got a big mouth.
And you've pissed off the mighty Numa. Put down your coin and give me your hand.
I've always been the curious sort.
My little ace tits! No one's ever beaten me!
There's always a first time.
If I give you something, will you keep this to yourself? The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me. The mighty Numa must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks.
Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing, and then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you, based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so.
But tell me, Witcher, what brings you here? Are you nipping at the heels of Foltest's killer, close to beheading the wretch, as I expect is your style? Do you require my assistance?
I just have some questions, Count.
Well, ask away by all means. I am finding you a skilled, if slightly reticent, conversationalist.
What brings you to Loch Muin?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising? How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher. Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbolt excepted. Yet, though I very much held Foltest's trust, I cannot say that many of my Temerian peers feel the same way.
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
If you wouldn't mind.
Take you witches, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts. Pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be, yet it is a remedy we revile. You are shunned, spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
You have it coming. The White Wolf! I can't believe it!
Get out of here!
Greetings. Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
Cade Mill.
Huh.
Welcome.
Oh, it's a lovely day today.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
Do you play dice?
Would you like to join us?
Anyone else I can challenge to a game around here?
2 mages, but they refuse to play us.
They only play masters. But beat us, and who knows?
Sure.
Who would you like to play? You win.
Care to play dice? Congratulations. You've won.
Thanks for the game.
Yes.
Let's play dice.
You must first defeat my teacher. He's a master of magic, but grossly my inferior when it comes to dice.
How can I help?
I want to play dice.
I could use some coin. Shall we play now? You've won.
Who can I play next?
My apprentice. She's a mere learner in magic, but she's a true master in dice.
Yes.
Let's play dice.
Shall we? You fully deserve this coin.
Who else can I play?
The incredible Lockhart.
Sounds arrogant. Where do I find him?
Somewhere around the market, most likely.
Thanks.
I know nothing.
No offence, but you're scaring my customers.
What? I know nothing.
Waste of words.
Nah.
At your service.
One day
someone will get you in a dark alley.
Roach may trust you, but I'm not so sure. What do you want?
Representatives of the Council of Regents. Did any come with you?
Only Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel. The other 5 remain in Vizima. It seems that save Baron Orval, most spend their time trying to devise a way to undermine Anais' claim to the throne.
Kimbolt and Maravel. What's their stance?
Well, they've taken opposing positions, as one might expect. The Baron believes Anais' origin, if you will, stands in the way of her taking the throne, though it's common knowledge that he would simply prefer to seat himself on it. Whereas Maravel has said that Foltest's children have his full support. He stated this in Vizima before the entire council. One thing is certain, words come cheap. Those two may change their minds in a flash if Anais is found and recovered.
Impressive summit, but not all the players have their representatives here.
The most important do. The mages thought about inviting everyone, but time is short.
What about Edirn? It's a huge country.
Torn by conflict and rebellion with no clear ruler. They're not to be taken seriously at this point.
Sounds like the Kedweni point of view. The Edirnians see it differently, I'm sure. The mages will want to get as much as they can out of this summit, and monarchs don't generally like others dictating terms. This may end in a row.
There will be no row. The mages now rely on the mercy of the northern kingdoms. The amphitheater itself is also protected by an anti-magic shield, like the one used at Thanid. The times of mage impunity are gone. They will be shown their place.
Hush!
Waste of words. Stop looking at me!
Hush!
Hey? Stop sowing defeatism.
Greetings.
Baron Raven and Kimbolt, I presume.
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest, or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
I asked out of concern for a friend. I came here with Vernon Roach.
I know.
We royal hounds like to stick together.
Understand this. I'm talking to you only out of respect for Foltest. Out of remembrance for him.
Haven't seen much evidence of that remembrance, aside from the rewards on my head.
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little Anais.
So the girl finally talked.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
I didn't kill Foltest. That's just one of the things that makes us different.
Really? What else? Honor? Principles?
I'm a Witcher. I don't kill humans for coin.
Are you certain it's not just a question of price? Tell me, Geralt, what were you doing at Foltest's side that unfortunate day?
Triss Marigold. I was there for her.
In that case, you killed many for that woman. I hope she was worth it. You're a paid thug, even if you refuse to acknowledge it. That murky set of principles, values call them. You cast them in the nearest corner when the price is right.
I'm not for sale.
I'm not talking about coin, Witcher. As a freak, you want what you're most often denied. Camaraderie, respect, love. It is for those things that you scale walls and murder innocents. That is your price.
Killing for your loved ones. Hardly a new concept as I see it.
You did not fight to defend the sorceress Marigold, nor the king, Geralt. You fought because you wished to be close to them. They had a higher calling. They knew the cause for which they went to war. Death is your daily fare. You murder like a dog who leaps at the throat his master indicates.
A higher calling. Beautiful concept. Except I remember the knights who stormed Lavalette Castle. High-born men fighting atop high walls. They were out to kill for fame, fortune, and pure enjoyment. I was also at Vergen, where simple soldiers went into battle clutching false relics to their breast, knowing that death awaited them if they deserted.
They owed it to their king.
If there's one thing I love about being a Witcher, it's that I never have to draw my sword on someone else's command.
I tire of this discussion, Witcher. Get to the point and leave.
I take it you sit on the Council of Regents.
Not for much longer.
Why's that?
The council will become obsolete. Temeria is a country one rules with a crown on one's head, or not at all.
A lot of people are out to dome that crown.
But few have the right. As Foltest's cousin, the throne should be mine.
Or the royal daughters, Anaïs Lavalette's.
Dark will be the day when we are ruled by bastards. The nobles have decided to share power.
You said it yourself, Baron. In a crown or not at all.
Temeria will be divided into provinces. A shameful end to the monarchy. A shameful end to the country.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the northern kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind?
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
I'll smash your mug! Witcher...
Hush!
Plow you!
Take that.
Plow you!
Did you see that, lad?
Hey there!
That's a brazen attack.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Witcher.
Hey there!
Evil Eye!
Take that. The medallion again.
Did you see that, lad?
Renounce magic, I tell you!
Constable John Natalis.
Interrex John Natalis. He is not.
Prepare for your final lesson.
Final? But
I'll help you.
Wonder how many more. The sword of Aramil, who defied his king's rule. The Lord of the Wild Hunt desires the gene of the Elder Blood. He seeks to fling open the gates between the worlds so that terror and destruction may reign. The King of the Hunt ordered me slain, and the wraiths born of his command assumed living form, pursuing me through the voids between the worlds for centuries. I have arrived at Loch Muin. Though tired, I know I will not rest. The riders of the hunt draw near. On my back, I can feel their deathly breath. Greetings.
Here to see the show. It's cancelled, indefinitely. We're now in the services sector.
What service do you provide?
I was once a good swordsmith, or at least it looked like I might be. A riot came through, took my workshop with it, but the skill remained. I actually prefer swallowing swords to hammering them, but that upsets my wife.
Give her my best.
You can do so yourself. She's Alona, the bearded she-elf.
Ah, and how's life with a bearded she-elf?
Pretty normal. We don't generally bring our work home with us.
Greetings.
How dare they?
Calm down.
Please. Have fun.
Why do we allow it? Lady de Tanseville is one of us.
Is she?
The absence of certain people is telling. The absence of others.
Witcher Geralt. We meet again. Who would have known? I thought cats always landed on four paws, but I see wolves sometimes do as well. I trust you have not come to demand my surrender again.
I've come to find the Kingslayer.
And once again don the robes of a hero? Enjoy the fame?
I don't know about robes, Arian, but something along those lines.
Well, as much as I detested Foltest, Temeria now trembles in its foundations, and I sincerely hope Natalis succeeds in salvaging it. Otherwise, the barons will tear the country into bits.
The last time we saw each other, you had locked yourself in a cellar full of oil that you had set on fire.
I grew up wandering the nooks and corners of that fortress, Witcher. I know passages even the mice have not heard of.
For a long time, a lot of people thought you were dead.
Well, that would make two of us, am I right?
Shouldn't you be in Vizima? I heard things got a bit chaotic after Foltest died. Might be a good time to try your luck, especially if you've got royal blood in the family.
Clearly, you do not understand what will happen here, Geralt. The re-establishing of the Council and Conclave is but a pretext. The North's most important rulers have come here not to reconstruct some assembly of mages, but to seal the balance of power and establish spheres of influence. Only fools and cowards have remained at home.
So, Witcher, interesting.
The previous council ended tragically. You think this one will fare any better?
I certainly hope so. We'll start by implementing meticulous internal controls, peer reviews and such.
You'll spy on each other? That's nothing new.
It's necessary. Lack of oversight, that's what caused all the previous organization's failures.
You mean it wasn't excess ambition and lust for power? Live and learn, I guess. Nice place. Has character, tradition. You're not bothered by all the blood that was shed here?
Thaned was also built by the elves. I know Loch Muin's history. We will return it to its former glory.
I'd like to see that.
We're merely waiting for the treaty to be signed. The new council must act lawfully from the start.
Why aren't you restoring your palaces on Thaned Island?
Only the Academy at Aratuza Palace continues to operate there. The other palaces can't be restored. The magical resonance is too great. Besides, Loch Muin has greater potential. It's full of ley lines and natural sources of the power. This city positively vibrates with magic.
Then I'm glad it'll be in the charge of such experienced and responsible people. Consider my fears eased.
Your Excellency knows well that our hosts are libertine.
Are you thirsty or... Have a nice stay in Loch Muin.
Barbarian.
I don't want
Greetings.
anything to do with you.
And Yennefer of Vengerberg?
I haven't heard from her in a long time.
What are your conclusions from this?
Welcome. I'm Ilona, the bearded she-elf.
Bearded?
Don't be a child. We came here to perform, but this place is a circus in itself. Nobody's interested in us, so we're on to plan B. Trade.
What do you sell?
Food. Fresh. Very good. You want to buy something, or are you waiting for my beard to grow out?
Fine, I'll bite. Show me your beard. I'll pay your full performance fee.
That'll be 200 orans.
Conclusions? What's instructive?
You want to buy something, or are you waiting for my beard to grow out?
Stop behaving like kindergartners.
Watch and criticize.
Pay for looking too.
Greetings.
I came upon this strange manuscript. Think you can help me with it?
Why, yes. I don't believe I'm mistaken. Do you realize what you hold in your hands?
A mage told me it's the key to an ancient ritual that summons evil specters who otherwise wander the earth doing no good. Specters apparently willing to make deals.
Well, the mage was full of bilge, so to speak. You see, the Vrans knew well how to secure their treasures. It is said that in some places they left sentries. Now, these sentries come to life when someone draws near who possesses a scroll inscribed with words of power, like this one is. Provide the correct password, and the doors to a hidden vault open before you.
So how do I use the manuscript?
Nothing comes free, my friend. You needn't even know the meaning of the words for the sentry to let you pass. You must merely know the sequence in which the password must be read. In this case, we have a sentence. Nana kanpa zi udu ya lala gat exa nana zi udu zi gat kanpa nibit. Nana kanpa means forge ahead, while nana zi means backtrack. In summary, should you encounter a sentry who reacts to this scroll, you must first answer with the words that follow Nana Kanpa in their given sequence, then omit Nana Zi, and conclude with all the words that follow this phrase but in reverse order.
Not that complicated, actually. Thanks for your help. Tell me what you know about those gargoyles that are bothering you.
They were servants of the mages who once lived in Loch Muin. The mages left, but the gargoyles remained behind. They're still lethal. The quarters they guard are simply inaccessible.
Greetings.
I found a manuscript that might help.
Interesting. This volume is sealed by ancient magic.
Only highly valuable things get that kind of protection.
Too true.
Do you know how to unlock it?
I'd need ingredients that can be obtained from certain monsters. Unfortunately, they don't occur around here. I'll need the pheromones of a Queen Endriga, the blood of a Necker warrior, and the brain of a Bulvor. We can substitute the tongue of a rot fiend for the harpy's egg.
Quite a list. I'll see what I can find. I got rid of the gargoyles.
Excellent. At last we can explore the hitherto inaccessible districts. And here's your reward.
Geralt.
I have the ingredients you mentioned.
Unbelievable. Give them to me. We must get the proportions right. Done. Let's see what's in the manuscript. By the gods.
What did you find?
Instructions. A description of how to forge the legendary sword known as Cairn. The sword will be yours. You deserve it, Witcher. I will consider forging it an honor.
Thanks. So long.
The White Wolf?
I'd like to play dice poker.
Want to play now? You just ended a lifelong winning streak.
And you owe me some coin. Or you can pay in kind.
What's your preference?
Show me what you got.
I can give you runes to enhance your sword, an element that'll reinforce your armor, or one of the designs from my collection.
Give me a design. Just make sure it's for something good.
You ought to be happy with this one.
Nigbit.
Welcome, Chosen One.
Who are you?
The Ancients vested my soul with the task of operating their most prized artifact as a means of rewarding those proclaimed Chosen Ones.
How exactly does the artifact work?
It allows me to rectify certain errors of the past and enhance the skills of the Chosen One to render him closer to how he would wish to be. However, remember, all things in nature have their price, and this price varies. Are you ready?
Something tells me I'll do fine with the artifact on my own.
You blind, greedy fool. Die.
Break your wands! Burn away the...
I shall pray for you. I shall pray for you.
Renounce witchery and repent.
Bless.
Greetings. Greetings.
Incense.
Greetings.
Incense.
I shall pray for you.
Immortal light.
Beasts fanged and clawed.
I remember you from Wiedźmin. Regards.
I shall pray for you.
Greetings.
Regards.
Greetings.
Medallion's vibrating.
Renounce magic, I tell you!
Ready for your chat with Radovid. No reason to delay it. Follow me then.
Yeah! Yeah!
Halt!
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
The Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose will vouch for us. Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the King and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us. Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kedwin. Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them. I'd take pleasure in seeing Kedwin picked apart. But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos, so you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
And what of it?
I don't like it. Stay away from it.
Oh, hey!
Get the hell of my
pants.
Didn't want advisors, no bodyguards then.
Well, he's capable of defending himself.
Greetings. Foltest and Demavend thought so too. And what of them?
Very well. Let's keep an eye on
Bear,
him.
crow, something white.
Greetings.
I don't like it. Stay away from it.
Did you request an audience with the King?
Yes.
The King will receive you.
I don't like it.
Greetings.
Stay.
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead, though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday.
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
Henselt invited them.
Shillard Fitzhestelin would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favourite drama.
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thaned.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
My reputation precedes me yet again.
From soldier to soldier, from whores to barons, right up to the royal ears.
Why do you ask about him, Your Majesty?
Mere curiosity. But I understand if you'd rather not talk about it. Enough about Henselt. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Has King Henselt arrived?
He's been talking about his great victory at Vergen ever since.
If Temeria is in turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis, the hero of Brenner, which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
Sheila de Tanzerville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwen.
How do you know?
I don't have any proof, but it's her. You've got to believe me, Your Majesty.
Let's say I believe you.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheatre is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talk's beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces. Temeria separates the north from Nilfgaard. In the hands of local barons and warlords, it will be nothing more than a means for the Nilfgaardian cavalry to gain momentum. Henselt wants Redania and Kedwen to partition it.
For shame!
I have no choice, unless we help each other, Witcher. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After Foltest's death, the La Valettes came to prominence. Louisa's uncle, Baron Orval, became one of the most important people in Temeria. He wanted to see Anais on the throne, but Vizima was still in turmoil. They sent her to Lochmuin anyway to declare her queen before the entire north. During the journey, the girl was kidnapped. Arian La Valette asked me to use my connections to find his sister, which I did. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwenis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
I heard Arian died in the fire that consumed La Valette Castle.
We all thought so, and we were all wrong. The girl is most important, Witcher. I would look after her. Take her back to Tretogor in Redania, where she would mature under the caring gaze of her half-sister and my wife Ada. When she's of age, she can claim the throne and thus guarantee Temeria's sovereignty. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzerville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
I'm occupied.
I don't want you. Stay away from me.
Greetings, whoever you are.
Greetings.
Roach!
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrock.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess?
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais, learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
I came here for Triss. These are your matters and your people, Roach. Keep me out of this.
Forgive me, Brigida. You must fend for yourself.
You're a true scoundrel. And an idiot. I shall wait by the main gate. You have 1 hour. Then I'm gone, as is my evidence and all I know.
That comes pretty easily to you, doesn't it?
What's that?
Letting people go.
Bollocks, Geralt. Compare her situation to Anais's. Who's in greater need? Besides, I wouldn't have let her go if I didn't believe she could manage. Brigida Paperbrock is fully capable of taking care of her own ass.
What if she knows something important?
Then she'll deliver that knowledge where she needs to. There'll be time for that later. Geralt, I'll try to find a back way into the Kedwenny camp. It won't be easy.
I'd say the same for the Nilfgaardian camp.
You need to decide. If you choose what's personally important, well, I won't agree, but I'll respect it.
And dropping in on Death Mold is not a personal matter to you?
That's the icing on the cake. Temeria's future, that's what really matters. I'll go investigate the Kedwenny camp, look for a way in. Find me there when you make up your mind, but don't take long.
All right.
At your service.
It's you!